I've got a news that will shock you. Listen to this. A Boko Haram victim, Ali Kolu, was sentenced to 9 years for failing to report the group's activities despite being shot by them. This is just an intro. You need to wait and get the full gist, because you are about to see what will blow your mind. This is BVI Channel 1. Welcome back again on this platform where we tell you undiluted truth. I came across a news that got my attention from Sun newspaper about Boko Haram members that were sentenced in the court. But it triggered me to start making further research, because I heard earlier, saw a video that a military cargo plane allegedly brought in thousands, as they claim, of Boko Haram members into FCT. But before I go into that, let us read this very news. And it says, 11 Boko Haram members were sentenced to 60 to 40 years imprisonment for terrorism-related offenses, including supporting the group and providing logistics. The sentence will run concurrently from the arrest date. Additionally, a Boko Haram victim, listen to this, a Boko Haram victim, Ali Kolu, was sentenced to 9 years for failing to report the group's activities despite being shot by them. You get the news? It shock you that a victim of Boko Haram was sentenced to 9 years because he is a victim. That is Nigeria for you. Because when I heard that, I finally thought that justice is beginning to, at least we are beginning to hear that some Boko Haram were sentenced, because what we have been hearing is that all the Boko Haram that have been arrested are being rehabilitated and reintegrated. And that is what took me to the next video. Allegedly, that they were brought in, some of them are still active, and some of them are the so-called repentant Boko Haram that will be reintegrated to fight alongside with the Nigerian military.
Boko Haram members, you don't even in Abuja airport now. Boko Haram, by that call, by way, Mr. C-130, you don't even in the great airport now. Kakoloza, I mean, I'm getting very, how doing you do it out of Abuja airport. Fact. I gave everything. I gave everything. What are you doing? Kasi one touch na siya airport siya na. It's a C-130. I give Boko Haram and Bangladesh. C-130 với Boko Haram mà đã bắt đầu với những người dân này.
Now so I hear them, now so I see them. But there is also another video of a foreigner, a white guy, up north in Maiduguri, doing some documentary. I may not play it here because of maybe it may carry copyright or whatever. But this is the extract of his engagement with some of these repented, integrated Boko Haram. Just listen.
Way here to the rehabilitation center for the Boko Haram. So that means these have not been rehabilitated yet, and this is like kind of a prison, because this is actually where they have their sentence, you can say, where they're trying to rehabilitate them. So this will be even more risky than before. But let's see if we get the allowance to get in. So this is not so easy to get into this rehabilitation center. So the people are very friendly, and the one is calling his boss, and another is calling his boss, and another was calling his boss, and now we're going to meet with our general of everything. Yeah, they are imprisoned inside here. I'm not sure if these are, they're probably not. If maybe they are, they could be Boko Haram, and then they are allowed to get outside, because he just told me some few of them will get a pass or something to get outside to, yeah, get some water here from the well, or maybe, yeah, little by little try to go out in the town to rehabilitate. So it could be, but they are inside here, and there's like 100 plus Boko Haram members inside here. Oh, so this is one of the security guys from the rehabilitation center. So he's going with us to the general to get the approval, and he's telling us now that there was an explosion here the 24th of December at Christmas, where there was a mosque, which was there was a suicide bomber, but there was also some people collaborating with these guys, and inside the rehabilitation center, they think that there was a guy collaborating with these Boko Haram from outside. So he's now taken to court, right?
They have took him to the general there.
But how is it possible for him to collaborate with the Boko Haram from outside? Because
we can't know. Sometimes they used to go out. They will say that they want to go and buy some things. They will move out from morning till night.
Isn't it a problem that they are allowed to go out when they are like terrorists? Shouldn't they be inside until they are like more rehabilitated?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I mean, when they are released for good, will the government have a place for them?
No, the problem with when they release them for good, the government will give them some money and give them
to
start some business. So they will release them to go back to their area.
So after a long meeting with that very important person inside that office here to get into the rehabilitation center, or at least he thought himself that he was very important, a little annoying type, if you know what I mean. But the thing is, it got me in more troubles than a solution to get inside the rehabilitation center, because it seems that all the stuff I was doing, I just been doing, you know, I was not allowed. I needed a permission for everything from the governor, not even from the general. I mean, I needed from the governor to visit all these other places with the Boko Haram and the ones who fight them and everything like that, to document it. He was like, which company are you from? Where are you from? I never heard about that, anyone like getting a permission for that without a license from the governor, and etc., etc.
Anyway, I don't give up so easily, even rejected with a warning from the general. So we head on to another Boko Haram rehabilitation camp, trying to get access, this time the biggest with many hundreds inside.
This is the place. Yeah, this is the headquarters of the rehabilitation center. Maiduguri, which is the rehabilitation center of Boko Haram, basically.
I managed to get inside for a short while, but without filming much, because all eyes were on me, and suddenly I needed to speak with the manager running this place. He told me politely I needed to leave immediately. My contact also told me the general from before had called all the rehabilitation camps and likewise places, warning them. But this is filmed from inside the rehabilitation camp, and this is Boko Haram.
Salam.
Then I heard that the Boko Haram repenters, or as you know, many still with Boko Haram minds, were preparing to get out in the bush and fight. So now the military armed them, so we drove back. But it definitely didn't feel more secure.
Not me, thank you. Oh, a little more to think about now, because all of them, they have like weapons here as well. So they are former Boko Haram, so you will never know what they're going to do. But they're actually going in the bush now, right? In the bush. Even here in the night, they will go out. You will sleep in the bush also?
I'm living like one man in the bush. So they're spending month in the bush before come back.
So now when they go, there will be 1 month?
There is some people now, they come. Some people, they come. They go and replace the person they come and relax more.
So they go on shift?
Yes.
Yeah.
Some come in, some go.
Yeah, so they will go out and hunt their old friends, I guess. But it's still very crazy to think about that these people they have killed a lot of people when they were like in Boko Haram, and then so just now being here with all these former Boko Haram is just crazy because as you probably know, they did a lot of evil stuff, all of them probably, but now they are trying to do the right thing, or I'm not sure if they are forced to it, and they can probably turn side every moment. Okay, so this was interesting. So now their kind of leader was here, and they were giving ammunition out to these former Boko Haram, because now they're going out in the bush, and he wouldn't let me allow to film that because the military is also coming, because they will go together with the military, and these former Boko Harams will show the military where their old friends, where the Boko Haram are, so they can tell their locations. So that's why they go together with the military to hunt them down and fight them.
Good. Now, if you put all of these things together, what does that tell you? What can you deduce from it? Now, going back to the sentencing, that some of the people that were sentenced are those who are supporting Boko Haram. Now, who are those who have been supporting Boko Haram? We have a long list. And the Gumi is not there. Gumi is not there. If we go by the history of Boko Haram, it go shock many, because even the vice president no go escape this one.
We have a very, very serious problem. Nigeria is at the brink, especially as it concerns security. You must have an enabling environment in order to do anything. So you cannot take someone that is virtually senile and another person that has been associated on several occasions with funding terrorism. That is Kasim Shatima. Kashim Shatima, we should not forget Kabiru Sokoto. Kabiru Sokoto was one of the most wanted terrorists, and he was found and arrested in his house. Let us understand and let us not forget, this terrorism, this banditry, this carnage is not just happening by mistake. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry. A multi-billion dollar industry, because it takes a lot of money on defense budget. It has a lot to do with the sale of drugs. It has a lot to do with mining and illegal bunkering and illegal and illicit mining. And look at the areas that are generally affected by this. Take the Northeast, for instance. In the Northeast, you have the blue diamond. That is a strategic mineral. You have oil at the Chad Basin that is being explored.
But let me not just be saying too much. The very one that is really bothering is the guy, the one they call Alikolo, that because he was shot and he failed to report to the police or authorities, he got 9 years imprisonment. We all know what it is and how it is to report criminal activities, even the one that you are victim of, to the police. Even the ones that people arrested and handed over to the police gain freedom. In most cases, they come back to the society looking you in the eyes and promising to deal with. In fact, some of them have even went ahead to kill and buy some people after they are released. This is the country we have in the name of Nigeria. And this is the kind of justice we get. You are now giving the guy. Because we have seen people who are falling victims of even making whistleblowing against criminals in Nigeria. They ended up being victims. They ended up being killed. Now you are blaming the person for not. Even if an average Nigerian should be very skeptical, knowing fully well that Nigerian government is playing a king glove kind of attitude, giving these guys soft landing, giving them opportunities to integrate. That alone should cast aspersion and doubt in the minds of Nigerians against the authorities, because you don't know who are going to report to, whether it's their former member or sympathizer or even sponsor. Now, because he said he kept quiet, he didn't report, he's now being given 9 years. That should be something that should be ringing a bell in the minds of every Nigerian, to say we've had enough, if truly we've had enough from this failed government. All of these things are coming up because APC are in power. Just since 2015, they've not done up to 12 years. And this is how Nigeria have scattered. They are now blaming the opposition. They are blaming the opposition now because it is the kind of trade they do. They are blaming the opposition that they are the ones sponsoring insecurity to remove Tinubu from government, because that is exactly what they did in 2015. But they thought everybody is doing their business because that thing they put in place, that market they imported into Nigeria, is really marketing on them today. I don't need to say too much. Let me leave it at this. I think enough have been said already. Nigerians, it's up to you to decide to allow this to continue or to put an end to it once and for all. And the only way for now, practically, is a ballot revolution. Revolution. However you want to put it, is up to you. My name is Asuchinot Peters, your advocate for good governance. Help me share this video to everyone. Bye-bye for now.